Hi, this is Natalia Antonova.
This is Arutunyan.
And I'd like to raise an issue that was brought up from our last segment when we were both really scared. And some people have been asking me, why are you so scared? These draconian anti-protest laws aren't really that different from those in the West. This is also what the Kremlin has been saying. They say, well, we're just importing, laws from the West. I have some friends in New York and in America who have also been, saying this. They see what happens at protests, anti-NATO protests, at Occupy, when police disperse Occupy rallies. And I think that there is a major difference about what's going on here.
You're not addressing me correctly. I would like to be correctly addressed.
Hold on just a second.
And I'm very offended by where all this is going, and because you didn't address me like you probably would.
Well,
because
okay,
for the purposes of the skit, I'm actually Judge Antonova.
This is Judge Antonova.
I'm
going to be interviewing a judge today.
She's offensive. She's out of control.
Judge Antonova,
you're in contempt.
I just want to the reason I'm addressing these issues is because people are saying that it's the same. Well, it's not, because in America, whatever happens to you, however repressive, however brutal the police can be, you go to court. So I've decided to go to Judge Antonova with my fears and my anxieties about what's going to happen to me if I'm out of line at a protest. So, Judge Antonova, what can I do if I'm accused of, let's say, inciting a mass protest and threatened with a fine that I cannot pay? Well, let me rephrase that maybe. I've been, let's say, I've been harassed by a cop who is threatening me with a fine. I would like to sue him. Can I do that? No? Nothing? Well, okay, what about that incident with the journalist and the chief investigator, Alexander Bastrykin, who allegedly threatened him? Maybe the journalist could sue them? Okay. Yeah, this is kind of a difficult interview. See, I get this a lot when I interview people who are actually in the halls of power. They just do that all the time. And they link.
Do this.
Do this. Yeah.
This is better.
This is better. Well, that kind of. Well, you could also tentatively threaten me. That happens a lot when I interview people who actually know stuff. No. You're not going to risk that? All right. How about I just call the chief investigator Alexander Bastrykin, because it seems to me that maybe you'd like to talk to him as well? No? Because that's kind of where you get your... All right, let me try this. Hi, Alexander Ivanovich. Hi, I have a little problem with a judge, and I was wondering if you could help me resolve it. Yeah. You want to go for a picnic in the woods? Okay, that sounds nice. Tomorrow. Okay. All right. You'll pick me up. Okay. All right, I guess that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I'll be ready. Yeah, 3 o'clock sharp. Sure. Thanks. Bastrykin has invited me for a picnic to the woods. what do you think about that? Are you going to do anything about that? I mean, you're a judge, right?
What I'm doing here is actually nothing, because I don't actually exist. Because the courts in Russia, as someone notable, I think it was Anton Orech, a Russian observer here, has recently said, there is no such thing as the actual Russian court. It's mostly an arm of a completely different organization and agency. Now, this may be the investigative committee, this may be another powerful institution, but the court itself is an illusion, hence my obnoxiously weird behavior.
As for my obnoxiously weird behavior, look, if I don't have, if I can't go to a judge, if I don't even have the, the option of going to a court, and in Russia people just very often don't believe that that's an option, I really don't have any place to go.
To be, not to end on such a down note, because we are about to end, but I would like to point out that arbitration courts in Russia have in fact been dramatically improved. So you could take me to arbitration court, or you could take whoever to arbitration court, but a criminal court is where the problem is. Criminal courts is where reform is needed before we start talking about the application of European-like laws in the system.
And on just one more note, like two little things. First of all, there has been information that a lot of judges are leaving the system because they're facing all this pressure from the top, and they don't want to work in that situation anymore. This is actually a very positive sign, because it means that something is changing on these lower levels, that people are actually starting to understand that they can't work like this anymore.
Well, they want to be professionals, and they can't.
Exactly.
So,
also, just to basically repeat what she said, Alexander Lebedev, the oligarch, when I asked him recently, what about parliamentary elections? What about a new election to resolve these political tensions? He said, no, we don't need any of that right now. What we need is judicial reform. That's what the most important thing
that's right.
now is.
You have to stop talking now. This is ridiculous. This has gone on for long enough. Anyway, it was fun being here with you today, and we'll see you later.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.